See what they did? They did another magic movie, but they put Daniel Radcliffe in. Do you see why that's funny? Do you know what that? I'll explain to you why that's funny. He was Harry Potter. You're still not laughing.
Make it go up.
There's always more than what's on the surface.
Hollywood, I just want you to like get somebody on staff to like write a form, fill one in every time that there's a cool original film that makes money. And they should explain in that form why it should be turned into a franchise. And if, like, we collectively, I mean the rest of the world, ain't convinced, stop. Now You See Me 2 stars Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Not Isla Fisher, Dave Franco, Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, Daniel Radcliffe, Mark Ruffalo. So many people. They're the four horsemen and assorted allies and rich British enemies, and they're part of the Eye, which is basically magician Illuminati. Only, despite having done like a year and a half long audition to get into the Eye in the last film, and then Mark Ruffalo is all like, oh yeah, he pretended not to know what was going on all film, and then revealed he was part of the Eye. None of them, including Mark Ruffalo, still seems to like have any idea what's going on with the Eye in this film. I thought he basically ran it. What's like... The lack of information sharing is wild. I think there's a major difference between the first film of this series and anything else they'll do with it, and it's significant. In the first Now You See Me film, Mark Ruffalo's character was the lead. He had the most screen time. You were able to have the Four Horsemen characters seeming so cool because they were shrouded in mystery. Like, what are they going to do next? We don't know, because they're not the lead characters. We're following Mark Ruffalo around the majority of the time, and they just kind of come in to do cool shit and then leave. You see the issue, okay? It's the same issue that plagues a lot of people. The reason why Sherlock Holmes is such a cool character is because you see everything, well, at least in the books, through the eyes of John Watson. He's the main character. He's the one it's in first person of. And Sherlock is just off to the side doing all this cool shit, and he doesn't have to explain every thought he has. In the same way, like a game show host, a TV host, a late night host, they never seem as cool or interesting as their guests do, because they have to bear everything and do the most, and... You see what I mean? And this film, the Four Horsemen are the lead characters now, and you see all of their internal squabbles, and you see all of the, oh, actually, these characters don't go that deep, they're not that interesting, and there's so many little issues like that, and that is, for me, the biggest problem with this film. Even though it's fairly similar to the first one in a lot of ways, I think it's just nowhere near as good, and that's why. There's still some memorable moments here. The card throwing scene comes to mind. That one's very cool. I love it. I just think that the larger percentage of the time the horsemen have no idea what's going on, the less we're going to enjoy it. And I don't just think that's for these films, it's for the entire heist genre. What you want is them like going smugly like, uh-oh, looks like we got you. And you get so much of that in the first film. And that is a big part of what I really think I enjoy about it. It's hard to quantify exactly what I enjoy so much about the first film, but then don't enjoy about this film. But I think that I'm getting there with some of these ideas, but in the entire heist genre, you want to see George Clooney smiling smugly at someone as he gets another one over on them. You don't want to see him going, oh fuck, what do I do next? What the hell's going on? I need more help. And that's essentially what this film is. It's the horsemen have no clue what's going on the vast majority of the time. And I get that they have to have like something to chase after being so confident and having all the idea what's going on in the first film, but it just makes this one feel less interesting in a lot of ways. There's slightly more characters in this than the first film, which was already bulging at the sides with the sheer number of people on screen. That's a struggle. Lula is fun, but not quite Henley, and the change feels a little offsetting. Dave Franco is still hot. Jesse Eisenberg, man, they did him dirty. They balded his ass for this one after he was finally sort of hot for the first time ever. And Daniel Radcliffe is just playing the same exact weirdo he's been in every single film he's starred in since he graduated from Hogwarts. I think there's a lot of things that you could like about this film, and maybe a lot of people would find it fairly similar to the first, but for the reasons I've kind of said, and I don't know, just some magic missing factor there. The first one was just the perfect storm of things that just kind of worked, but they work as a one-off trick. Like any magic trick, if you repeat yourself, you're going to lose your audience a little bit, and that is kind of just what happens here. I find myself rewatching this maybe like 20% of the time that I rewatch the first one. I don't feel like it's a necessary sequel to go and watch right after, even a little bit. So I'm giving Now to See Me... It was right there. 3 stars. See, now they're going to do it again. They're going to do the same thing. Like, I haven't seen the third one yet, but they're just going to do the same thing. But it's not going to work again. Like, just, I can feel it coming, that this is going to be a disappointment. I want to be wrong. I think it's just going to be, like, exactly the same level as this one. Not as good as the first.